Hey, much on my culture, man. Hey, welcome back, hey dog. Like I got to talk about, COP, bro. COP conferences, bro. Like, hey dog, I just read an article with Greta Thunberg, bro. You know Greta Thunberg? You know Greta Thunberg, bro. I gotta be honest, man. I support that, young lady, bro. Hey dog, young shawty, bro. Greta Thunberg is from Sweden, hey dog. She's like in on with this much on my culture, my family on socials, hey dog, like from Cali, from Atlanta, bro. Like I gotta be honest, mate. You gotta put some respect on Greta Thunberg, bro. Like I'm a Greta Thunberg, bro. She's an activist. She's from Sweden, hey dog, and she's a climate change activist. Hey dog, man, that shawty, bro. Like she be going out there, going like ham on these people that's trying to destroy the planet, hey dog. Like I got love for Greta Thunberg, bro. I gotta be honest, man. Greta Thunberg, bro. Like I remember I think she was in Germany or some country, hey dog, and she was like trying to go protest to for climate change and trying to help with climate change, and then you see all these cops come up and try to grab her, and she's like literally out there, like the entire video. If you see all the on the news, a dog, like she's just literally getting grabbed, and she's like, "Get off me, bro!" Like all I'm trying to do is trying to just go promote, climate change, bro. Trying to promote sustainability, bro. You got the wrong person, bro. Hey, get off! Just saying. Hey, man, I gotta be honest, man. Cause I want my channel to have some meaning behind my content, like, and I think for me, like I talk about, hey dog, like for me it's important climate change, and I talk about it. I mean, what's important is to talk about COP, bro. The COP conferences, bro, which is a conference of parties, bro. Like it's basically a group of world leaders that's part of like they pull up, and I think it's the G7 or the G20 summit, like where they pull up world leaders, world politicians, bro, like from all continents. They pull up and they literally talk about how to create a sustainable planet for the future generation, dog. I mean, recently, couple of years ago, the COP conference that happened was in Glasgow, which is in Scotland, bro. Like, and a lot of people pulled up, and they had this. I made a video earlier on, like a month or 2 months back, dog. These world leaders, like met up for COP conference, which is in Glasgow, bro, like in Scotland, and so they pulled up, dog, and literally, man, conference of parties, bro, that's what it stands for, and it's been going on for like over about 26, 27 years, coming up to about 30 years, and what they do is they focus on things such as, phasing out coal, how to get, countries to stop using coal, because I think like it's like a, not just a pandemic, but I think it's like, it's not just an epidemic, bro, it's like pandemic. I think coal is one fossil fuel that's still used to this day, dog. I'm saying, I mean, fossil fuels are becoming a major problem for a lot of people. I mean, developing countries, you got like LEDC and MEDCs, right, which is least economically developed countries. Then you got most economically developed countries, bro, like LEDC, MEDCs, bro. Like, I mean, most economically developed countries, dog, like they are using like renewable energy. They are using hydrogen powered energy, or like even solar energy. But then you get countries like that's least developed, it's like third world countries, dog. My homie, my trauma culture, that's still using coal as their means of combustion for use for the people, bro. Dog, like for me, what's important is like, hey bro, like the conference of parties happened in Scotland. They had a 2030 goal, like by 2030, I think they were gonna phase out coal. Dog, I made this video in I think it was Cafe Nero's in somewhere in like Surbiton. But I gotta be honest, mate. The issue is like this COP conferences, bro, is like there's false promises, and I wouldn't blame the world leaders. It's just like the country like that they represent that's still using coal, bro. Like, because by 2030 they had this like vision of like stopping coal. Like they wanted to phase out coal completely. By 2050, they wanted to have this goal of like, net zero. Net zero is basically, they said, hey bro, like we're gonna stop using fossil fuels and find a way of using energy for transport, for like just combustion for your home utilities. That's going to be sustainable on the long run. I'm saying, I mean, it's 2030 now. I think phasing out coal is not gonna happen by 2038, dog. I mean, like, we're just only about 4 years away to like 2038, dog. For me, like, I think what I've understood, hey, bro, it's now coal, like, we're just like this, literally, like, we're gonna stop using coal like by 2030. I mean, like, I think we're using way more coal than we used like in 2022 or 2023, hey, dog. I think by 2050 they said, hey bro, like we're gonna do a net zero, like we're gonna stop using like completely fossil fuels. And I think it's going to be impossible because there's a huge demand, bro, like especially if the country has so many people living there, bro, like they have to meet their needs, like livelihood. Coal is still I think coal can never be compromised because I think it's needed like on a daily basis, especially if it's a least economically developed countries, hey bro. Like I think most economically developed countries can afford to invest in renewable energy, even though it costs way more than coal. But coal, bro, the price of coal is low, bro. It's not that expensive, hey dog. For me, like understanding, because I'm really educated about, I'm very multifaceted with my knowledge. I talk about it, but by 2050 they say they're gonna phase out the entirety of using fossil fuels. For me, that's a false promise. I think there was like a young shawty, like Greta Thunberg, but there's a young shawty about 15 years ago, like when I was a little boy. Like I was born in 1994. I'm a 90s baby. I've just finished my 20s, a dog. Like I'm single. I'm not married. Like and I meet a lot of people when I go on my travels to what is it, Extinction Rebellion, bro. Like I meet a lot of intellectuals, bro, like, marine biologists, people that, work with the ocean, people that are like tree surgeons, they work with nature, and they work with people in general, hey dog. I'm saying, for me, when I go to these COP conferences, or like not COP conferences, when I go to Extinction Rebellion, bro, I gotta be honest, man, I got some like people that I meet are really educated, they're knowledgeable, they in industry that's to do with I was speaking to someone who was he used to be a lumberjack. Like he used to go cut trees like in some forest, bro, like with those one of those big ass, like freaking, like it's like a drill, like no, it's not a drill, like it's like a cutter, like you know what I'm saying. And he was doing that for some time, hey bro, like and then he moved to the UK and he was talking to me about like how much trees were being cut down. I mean, if you don't know, like Brazil, like in South America, hey dog, like them forests, the Amazon rainforest, bro, gives a lot of oxygen through a process called photosynthesis. So for me, like I think the goals that's being said, hey dog, like by countries, like the promises that's been made, it can never be like it can never be approved, hey dog. Like I think we're the demands when it comes to trying to use energy, like, and then trying to change to use some other sort of energy, is like, hey bro, like it's impossible to meet that goal, bro, like net zero by 2050. I think that's impossible, hey dog. For me, like, if you got to be able to understand, hey bro, like deforestation, like cutting trees up in South America, Amazon, and you got like parts of Europe, bro, that's like the breeding ground for like oxygen, hey dog. My homie might try my culture, bro, like there's way more deforestation than planting trees, I think, in the world. And that's why you see on the news, hey bro, like people are saying we gotta plant more trees, buy this stuff, and this company is gonna go plant more trees, hey bro. For me, I think what's important, I think it's a big significance, hey bro, like it's to look at, where we're heading with these COP conferences, because like I said, there was a young Shadi, dog, like, shout out to Greta Thunberg, bro, like, get the air guitars out, I'm saying. But there was a young Shadi, she was a mixed race, bro, like she was like in COP conference like in the 90s, and she said like, hey, like, what's happening right now, hey, bro, it's not adding up, bro. Like, we gotta make some changes, bro. Like, we gotta start doing something, bro. And they said it for some, and she said it, and like right now we're like 15, 20 plus years, bro. Like, and there's not been a great change, bro. Like, I think what's important is to really look at, promises that's been made by politicians or as a committee by the COP conference, or I think it's the G7 or G20 summit. They pull up there as well with like a bunch of countries. Realistic like approaches, bro. Like, I mean, someone could say, like, I'm gonna go out there and make a net zero by 2050, bro. 2050, we're gonna have net zero. We're gonna make a massive change to the road. Like, we're gonna stop using fossil fuels. But the issue is, bro, like, the world depends on it, bro. I mean, like, when the goal was made about 25 years ago, dog, I gotta be honest, man, bro, like, come on, bro. I mean, like, let's be honest, dog. The population of the world was like, I think it was like 5-6 billion, bro. Like, now we got 8 billion people, bro. The more people, the more heads, bro, the more people that's on the planet now, bro. Like, you're gonna have way more people burning combustion, like, burning fossil fuels, because it's in great demand, bro. I'm saying, I mean, countries cannot afford, I mean, least economically developed countries cannot, afford, like, renewable resource or like alternatives, bro, because coal is coal, as when it's bought, like, as a bulk, is economically cheaper for countries than if they rely upon like renewable sources. I'm saying, so for me, like, I just wanted to start a series. I got like multiple series that I've made, but I made a video like a while back in some place like Starbucks or Cafe Nero's. But I think the reason why the goals for 2030, 2050 it's gonna be ineffective, dog. It's because there is not, countries are coming up and saying they're gonna phase out coal, bro. Especially countries like that's highly dependent on coal, bro. Like, it's gonna be a massive shift, bro. Like, it's not like possible for them to just wake up next year and stop using coal if coal's the main priority for combustion for them, for their countries' needs, bro. I'm saying, I think I'm gonna look at how we're gonna approach change from a perspective of how we're going to make it sustainable, but like not lie to the public, bro. Like, that's important. I'm saying, I mean, world leaders world leaders usually get a script on what to say during these COP conferences, but like, I mean, I got real respect and love for Antonio Gutierrez. Antonio Gutierrez is like the United Nations main body, bro. Like, he's like the main representative for United Nations. You know what I'm saying? You got United Nations Human Rights Council, bro. You got, powerful bodies up in United Nations, Antonio Gutierrez. Then you got, Ursula von der Leyen. Ursula von der Leyen is like the Europe Committee. She's like the leader of the European Committee. You got, she's like the person that meets up in Brussels in Europe to discuss like things that's to do with Europe, dog. Then you got Antonio Gutierrez, and then we got a couple other bodies that's in United Nations, and they work with NATO and all this like other governmental bodies, and not just also governments part of NATO, which I'm saying, like, all the G20, G7, G20 summit. I'm saying, for me, like, the reason why some of these goals are not gonna be met, bro, like, it's because it's not realistic, bro. Like, you gotta be able to get to a position where you're thinking, hey, bro, like, how am I gonna just approach this whole thing? You know what I'm saying, as as a world. You know what I'm saying, I think it's, even if one country say, you know what, tomorrow we're not gonna use coal, we're not gonna use fossil fuels, bro. Other countries, bro, still using it, bro. So, in all reality, dog, like, my homie might talk about culture, bro. It has to be a group effort, world effort. I mean, and you gotta be able to do it for some time, bro. Like, and the reason I'm talking about this, dog, like, because like I'm not married, I don't got children, dog. I just finished my 20s, bro. It's because, dog, like, say 15, 20 years from now, somebody's gonna, like, have a child, and I mean, the rate of asthma to countries that has high combustion of, like, countries that are covered, bro, like, in fog, like, of, like, combustion, dog. Like, some countries are so polluted, like, those countries, bro, like, they have to wear masks. They literally have to wear masks, like, to cover themselves up, because, bro, like, it's just polluted, bro. Like, you breathe that shit, bro, dog, you're gonna get asthma. You know what I'm saying? So I think the importance is, like, some, like, the world gotta be able to know, like, especially like high combustion, dog, in countries with coal, like, some places are fogged up, bro. Like, there's going to be people, I mean, there's a high rate of, like, asthma, bro, like, in countries that are so polluted. Just, you wake up and, like, breathing some shit, like, you can't see it, but you're breathing it, and there's, like, a high rate of asthma. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, like, what I've understood from, like, seeing COP conferences, I feel like it's great, like, having, like, a committee of people pulling up for, like, conference of parties, but the issue is ultimately, dog, like, bro, like, it's all false promises, bro. Like, no one's gonna go out there and, like, change the world, bro. You know what I'm saying, I'm not even trying to change the world, but that's too much work. You know what I'm saying, I'd rather go, like, to a pool party and dance it off with some, like, cute looking shawties, bro, like, probably wearing some bikinis and some watermelons and some ice lollies. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I just gotta be honest, man. I just wanted to just start a conversation. I'm gonna start, like, a podcast to talk about this. For me, I think it's impossible by 2050 that we're gonna achieve, bro, like, carbon net zero, bro. Like, I think we gotta do strategic planning. Like, you gotta be strategic and see a long-term effort, but countries got to be serious, bro. Like, because the future, like, when somebody's gonna have, like, children's grandchildren, it's gonna be an issue, because, like, there's gonna be health consequences, and also, like, when the air is polluted in countries because of, like, combustion, and the temperature, bro, like, just the temperature, bro, like, there's gonna be health issues, bro. Like, I mean, not just that, like, you're gonna have there's gonna be a shortage of food, dog. Like, there's no gonna be food, cause, like, the soil where you grow food, bro, it's gonna be so hot. I'm trying to get at, is farming going to be an issue in the future for a lot of people? Farmers gonna suffer. Farming's gonna suffer. I think there's gonna be food shortage because the increase in temperature, dog. Like, I think COP conferences talk about this, bro. Like, it's like, like, when there's when there's, like, a rise in temperature, what happens is the soil where you grow the food for germination, which is, like, a process of, like, growing the seed, like, blossoming out in the soil, so it grows out and there's germination, and then you get the plant, then the fruit, which is the harvest, and you get food for your for the summer. The issue is now, bro, like, farming is going to be issue because of climate change, because the temperature is going to rise up, bro, like, and the soil is going to be hot, bro. There's going to be lack of nutrients. When the soil is hot, seeds don't grow, bro. Like, it's common sense, I'm saying. I mean, I'll give a very good example why seeds don't grow when the soil is hot, bro. It's because it's like, imagine if you stand on like hot coal, you want to get off the coal because it's hot, bro. Like it's a hot coal, right? The same way a dog, like, you know, when seeds are planted in a hot soil, the seeds just want to get out because it can't grow, bro. So there's gonna be shortage of food. There's going to be displacement, bro. Like some places are just gonna be places where you can't live because it's too hot, bro. I think like human beings gotta just pull up down eternal and just live underground, dog. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dog. My homie, my trauma coach, I'm gonna make a video. I just wanted to make something quick, but I just gotta be honest, man. The 2030 goal of like you know, phasing out coal ain't gonna happen. Also 2050 goal, bro, like of carbon net zero possibly can happen, but I think there's got to be a lot of effort that's got to be put in, but it's going to take some time, dog. Like I'm not like trying to, you know, paint a picture of like a utopian society where everything just happens how it happens. Nah, bro. The real world is not a utopian society, dog. It's so fucked, dog. Like, you know, you gotta think about the proxy wars, the shit that goes on news, dog. My homie, my drama culture, and you turn on the news now, bro. Like, is there something positive going on? No, bro. You say so. What I'm trying to get at is, dog. Like from my perspective is, you know, carbon net zero, bro. Like by 2050 is impossible. Like you can never achieve such, you know, goal in like we're in 2026, right? 2030 and go 2050, like in 24 years, bro. Like hell nah, bro. Let's use common sense, bro. It's not gonna everybody effort. I'm saying, like, you know, to talk about this. That's why I got so much respect for Extinction Rebellion. I pulled up to protest. I'm a member, and I mean, even Just Stop Oil, bro. Like, you know, they get like done, like, you know, for sitting on a road, bro. Like, you know, but hey, bro, like, they're not committing no crime, bro. Like, they're just sitting on a road to raise awareness. Like, am I like telling people out here, like, hey, you can't drive your car, bro? Nah, none of my business, I'm saying. Because by that time, like, you know, when the world is quite fucked, bro, I might not be here, which I'm saying, but my children, my grandchildren might be here. Like, I don't got children, I'm not married, but when I do have children, bro, like, my children might have grandchildren, and the world is going to be, like, so fucked because of climate change, bro. Like, that's how important it is. I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to be like Jesus with this cross, like, hey, bro, like, kumbaya, walking around, bro. Fuck that, bro. I'm not trying to walk on water, bro. Like, I'm just trying to make some opinion how important it is to, you know, have a sustainable approach, dog. Like, and also how we're gonna achieve this progress on the short-term level, but a long-term level. But I gotta be honest, man. Like, I think it's an everybody effort. I gotta go, man. I gotta go, bro. I can talk for like the next hour, like if I wanted to. All right, man.